Alright, let's slay the Spire today. So, I think I'm gonna go for a silent run. Alright, so I'm on Ascension 12 now. Okay, we're gonna try and make it all the way to Act 4, kill the heart, and we're still continuing our journey to advance to Ascension 20. So, let's go. So we're gonna try and learn as much as possible from every run that we do. Alright, rare card. Enemies have enemies have 1 health in the next 3 combats. Lose 7 health, choose a rare card to obtain, and lose your starting relic, which is this one, Ring of the Snake. At the start of each combat, draw 2 additional cards. Drawing cards is really, really good in this game because we start off with 13 cards for the silent, um, mainly being basic attacks and like a neutralize, which is a weak card. Okay, so silent is, from what I've played so far, is really good at drawing a lot of cards and discarding cards. Okay, so we're trying to cycle through our deck, um, and also damage scales by poisoning, and also generating a lot of small attacks in shivs, which are very um, small attack damage cards that get generated for free. Alright, so I think I'm gonna go for the boss relic. So usually the boss relic is really, really powerful in the beginning, but as a downside, it has a negative effect that it can apply to you. So we'll see what that is. Okay, Coffee Dripper. This means that we gain an extra energy at the start of our turn, but we can't rest, so we can't heal when we go to rest sites. So what's really important in this run, now that I've started with this particular boss relic, is that we're going to have to try and heal through other ways. Okay, alright, so in that case, early on, I'm going to try and avoid fighting elites because we can't heal, um, but instead we'll maybe try and fight. We'll try and get these question marks, which are not fights, rather they're just random events that can happen. So you could fight someone, or you could get bonus items. It really depends on what these are. Okay. Um, there is a shop here later on as well, so I think I might take this route. We're going to try and minimize fighting elites because they're very, very powerful. Okay, 6 and 8 damage. This blocks. Okay, so we could play everything here. So spacing out the damage like this, because he does higher damage. Weak is an effect that we can apply to him, which makes him deal 25 less damage. And because I've applied weak, he's the bigger damage dealing, he's going to deal less damage. So we're going to take 4 damage this turn. And health is very, very important because we can't rest. Okay, so we're going to kill this guy. We can heal, we can block all the damage, and kill him next turn. Okay, so that's done. We gain gold, and we're getting a card. So because we have extra energy, we don't really need this one. Poison is strong, but I don't think we'll need this one either. Free block is good. I think I might take this one. Alright, removing a card in this game is very, very powerful because these basic cards are not very good compared to some of the cards that we're going to get later in the game. So this one, for example, it costs 1 less energy, does 1 less block, but this is a better block card because it costs less energy to play. Okay. We need to remove a card. I'm going to remove 1 block card. And then we'll start working on getting more attack cards and getting rid of some of the strikes in our deck. Alright, so he's dealing 9 damage now. We've blocked all of his damage. So these fights early on, we're going to try and take as little damage as possible. This block doesn't really matter, but... Okay, so he's gaining strength. He's going to gain a lot of strength early. We're going to need to try and block everything. Okay, so we should be able to kill him maybe this turn. Okay, so we should be able to kill him this turn because we have 1 strike there. Blur, choke, poison stab. I think I might continue trying to get more block. Upgrade 2 random cards. Okay, stronger blocks is good. Heal, 5 HP, or relic. Now relics are really strong, but getting a cursed card into your deck is really bad. Some of these cursed cards make you lose HP, and this is not one that we want when we have a Grumpy Dripper. We can't heal, so this is especially bad for us. Getting 5 max HP is good, and healing is also good. We're down 25. We're not really considering taking the elite. So if we go this way, we could go to the shop and fight this elite. But we can't heal at these. So if we take this, we want to be as much HP as possible, and especially when we want to fight this boss as well. I think I'll take the max HP. Okay. I'm going to be a little bit greedy, and I'm going to take the heal, and I'm going to fight the boss, the elite. Okay. Alright, so what I found based on playing this is the strategy is these guys will all attack, and they will put dazed cards into your deck. So these dazed cards, they do nothing. So when you draw them, they do nothing. Okay, so our focus is trying to focus down one of these guys at a time and kill them as quick as possible. We can block all the damage, so let's do that. But the next draw cycle, when all of these cards go back into our draw pile, we're going to have a lot of these useless cards in our deck. So trying to kill one of them at a time is very, very important. So currently more than one third of our deck right now is going to be useless cards. Okay, so getting rid of one of these guys is good. We take 2 damage here. Block, block, attack. Okay, so we should be able to block most of the damage from the next guy. But then this next draw cycle has a lot of useless cards in there again. So we'll have to see how we go. Now taking a lot of defend cards early on is good for this particular fight, but there is an elite later on, sorry, that's going to be much harder for us, which will be one of these two. So those ones require us to attack more often. So that one's going to be a little bit tough, but we'll see. Okay, so like this turn we drew our useless cards. So we're going to take 3 damage, we'll be in 60 health. Okay, so we killed, or almost misclicked. So we got rid of one of them. Now we can focus on one guy. We should be able to block everything that he sends through, but unfortunately he's not doing anything this turn. Okay, so here, this is a bad turn for us. We take 10 damage. We couldn't block any damage, unfortunately. And then next turn he's not doing anything, so our timing is not very good this turn. Hopefully we draw some cards to block the next set of damage he does. Okay, so we can block all the damage, which is fine. And then hopefully next turn we can get some attack and kill him. Alright, here we go. Mummified Hand. This is whenever you play a power card, a random card in your hand costs 0 that turn. So this one is very strong and it will make us prioritize taking a lot of power cards, which are some very powerful effects, passive effects that apply to your character early on. This is a really strong power card, so and it combos well with the Mummified Hand, so I'm definitely taking the footwork. And most likely we're gonna want to upgrade that card as well. Our next fight that we're gonna take against the elite here, we'll want more attack in our deck. So I'm actually going to get rid of another defend so we can have more attacks. Okay, so we can only upgrade, we can't rest. So we're going to upgrade the footwork, that early card that we got, power card. We're going to go up this way. Courier, this one. The merchant restocks cards, relics, and potions. All prices are reduced by 20%. This one is really strong early on because if you get a lot of gold and visit a lot of shops, you're going to get more value from buying stuff. So we're going to take that one over the sacred key, sapphire key. Okay, I'm going to upgrade another card. I think I'm going to upgrade this neutralize. This is not really an attack card, it's actually a damage mitigation card, which means that when we apply it to someone, they're going to not hit as hard. So I'm going to upgrade that. Hopefully it'll block some of the incoming damage that we take. This is a nice power card as well. Because it's on sale, I actually might take this one. Orange pellets, unfortunately we don't have enough gold to take this, but this is a really strong card as well. And it combos well when you have a lot of attacks and skills and cards in your deck. because it will remove all the debuffs. This would have been nice because we don't have a Coffin Drifter. We want to be able to heal. This is also good too. Okay, I'm actually quite scared of the elite that we're going to take, so I'm actually going to try and maybe take this and this, these two cards. Poison Stab is a strong poison card early on, and hopefully poison will help us scale the fight. So let's take the Envenom and the Poison Stab. Alright, so Lagavulin is one of the early fights. I'm gonna attack him with everything in right now. I couldn't apply the footwork or the envenom. Oh, actually. So this is usually a strong turn because for the first 3 turns this guy is asleep, and what you want to do early on is prepare yourself to try deal as much damage as possible. But because this is a very good hand, I'm actually going to deal this damage. When we draw these other cards, these cards will make these cost 0 due to our Malphite hand, and we'll be able to play them very cheap as well. So I will actually just attack him for everything I have. Okay, so footwork, block, attack, attack. Next turn we have a lot of block, so okay. So we have a blur, defend, and that. Okay, so this is actually helping us for the next turn. Although he doesn't do any attack. That's right, so we want to do this, 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 this. Doesn't really matter because we don't have the blur. But as you can see, the poison is slowly starting to stack up damage on him. We're going to block, attack, attack, and survivor. Trying to save as much health as we can. Okay, neutralize makes us only deal 15. Try and deal as much damage as possible. So here we're going to take 8 damage. Hopefully 28 damage is enough to try and take on this boss here. Okay, so he's dead. Exactly 9. Strawberry, this is very good because seeing as we only have 70 HP now we're going to increase to 35. So that's very, very helpful. Another footwork or an infinite blades. This card is actually very, very strong. So, but this will give us incremental damage over the fight. So these 2 ways is one way in which silent scales damage over the fight. Whereas a lot of our cards right now, they just deal straight damage. Again, these are the basic cards. So we need to try and build up ways in which we can scale damage over the fight. This is one way. This is a way in which we defend a lot of damage early on. This one I don't really think I need at the moment. I think I'll take another footwork, and we're going to upgrade it at that fight there. So footwork, defend. This is dealing 12 damage. Let's get rid of this guy, so we only take 2 damage. So he's dead. Yep. We could have made him weak and taken no damage, but I don't think we need to go that far. Okay, so the card that we just picked up as well, this one, Envenom, whenever an attack deals unblock damage, apply 1 poison. This is really strong for scaling damage over the fight as well. So it looks like because of the shop that I had, I took these 2 cards, and this will help us scale damage over the fight. I think we're going to maybe try and focus on getting a poison um, damage build going on. So we're fighting, heck, this guy. I think I might drop. Okay, I'm gonna get rid of the weak potion. We'll take out the power potion instead. Card draw is very useful early, so I'll take this one. Go for the question mark. Unfortunately, this is another fight. This guy is really annoying. We're gonna try and maybe kill him. Okay, I use the power potion because I really don't like losing any money early on, so $26. Alright, defend, blow. This will help us last for the next round, but he's going to block this round. Okay, now we draw these cards, which is useless to us right now, because we've already killed him. Accuracy. I'm not going to take any of these cards. I think we're going to try and just block and apply a lot of poison with this deck. So here I'm going to definitely upgrade the footwork. Next one we can upgrade is this one, makes us a little bit cheaper, so we can play a lot more cards. But because we have the mummified hand, this upgrade is not as important. If anything, we might want to upgrade some of these other cards to make them a bit stronger. Alright, so this, that. This card actually works really well with a Shiv deck as well, because with Shivs you can apply a lot of attacks very quickly. So he's attacking us for 12, but he will hit us for 3 every time we attack him. But that's fine. So we've applied a lot of poison on him. We're gonna continue to do that. Hit him again. And you can see our blocks are so strong now because we've got the dexterity from the footwork, the power cards that we applied early on. Do that. I'll attack one more. 7 damage. Defend. Okay, so he's hitting us for 16. We can either try and block a lot. Oh, actually, we can pull off all of these cards. So next turn, the poison should be able to kill him once we get through the red HP, which is about 4 health. Not that it really matters, but we've got it. Okay, so now that we've killed a boss, this is the time where we get a potential for a very strong card. So After Image is definitely one card that is very strong, and we will definitely want to upgrade because this will help us get through the fight. Now, because we don't have many cards and we already have the Coffee Dripper, I don't think I'll take the Slaver's Collar. This is the relic that gives you an extra energy at the start of your turn. This one, Velvet Choker, gain energy at the start of your turn. Can't play more than 6 cards per turn. This is a very bad downside, so I'm not going to take this one. So we're going to take the Tiny House. This is a hard pickup. Obtain 1 potion. Gain 50 gold. Raise your max health by 5. And obtain 1 card and upgrade. So there's 2 reasons I'm more inclined to take this. One is we have the courier and that'll give us more gold. 2 is we need our upgrades early to hit some of our other cards that are weaker. And thirdly, we don't really have that many cards because we've skipped a few. Taking 1 extra card will help us early on. So we don't really need the energy right now because we've already got the strong energy from the Coffee Dripper. Alright, so Strike was pretty expected to upgrade because seeing as strikes and defense take a big chunk of our deck. Getting upgrades from here is not as important, seeing as we are starting to upgrade a lot of our cards. And usually with the powers you would try and play them straight away. I would more inclined to play it straight away because we have the Mummified Hand. Alright, so that's a lot of gold that we're taking, which is really good. Noxious Fumes, really strong power card. At the start of your turn, apply 2 poison to all enemies. This is really good because this is part of that scaling damage that we're going to be doing. These cards here, draw and discard, which is good. We're going to try and take more draw cards later on, but we can't miss the opportunity to pick up the Noxious Fumes. Right, so let's move on. Okay, so skip the potion. Alright, so there is a shop here and here with a super elite here. I don't want too many shops. I'm gonna try and accumulate more money by the time we get here. and here. So we're going to try and take a lot of gold this way, avoid the elites, except for the super elite, which we'll have to do at some point. I'm more inclined to take this route because it has the shops, and we can try and prioritize getting the shops instead of taking this route. This route has a lot more elites in here, which obviously we want to avoid because we won't be able to rest. So we're going to try and take the weaker fights and mainly max out our power from getting strong relics at the shop. We're going to have to fight this super elite at some point, so hopefully we're much stronger when we get to this point in time. Alright, so he's hitting us on 12. We're going to apply the defend. This will take us 1 damage. Footwork, damage mitigation, attack, defend, defend. So currently right now we're very strong in defending, but now we need to start gaining these power cards and attack cards. Hopefully in the next few turns we'll be able to gain those. So I'm going to apply poison to him. Poison's obviously very strong in damage over time. We're going to mitigate all the damage that he's doing, and okay, so we're going to try and get these power cards. Okay, so I'm going to take 1 damage again here. Okay, blurs, one of the cards we want to see. Another block card. Attack, attack. We can either defend or attack more. I'm more inclined to attack because we're going to try and reduce his plated armor. It says receiving unblocked damage will reduce plate armor by 1. So if we hit him once, his plate armor will be 10, and he will block for less next turn. Also, his attacks aren't too strong at the moment, so we can block a lot of his damage. Okay, so more damage is good. We're trying to go for our poison because it looks like a lot of our cards we're getting are poison related. These two are some of our main damage dealers. I'm inclined to take the poison stab, but the poison, deadly poison as well, is a strong way of applying poison as well. I think I'll take the deadly poison. Alright, so here, do that, do this, do this, do this, and this. So here we're going to take 5 damage. Apply poison, block, block, attack. Now I didn't like this, so next round we can play more of our power or attack cards, and we don't have to focus too much on defending. So here we're going to do this, attack, poison stab, and Actually, I shouldn't have played that. Okay, so he's dead from our poison. Well-laid plans. This is another really strong card. This is another power card, which will combo well with the Mummified Hand, and it will let us save 2 cards at the end of each turn. This card is quite strong damage early on, but as we take damage through the fight, it will cost 1 more. This might be okay in our deck because we're defending a lot of attack, so this will be cheap, but I don't guarantee it later on in the fight when our fights get harder and harder, when they deal more damage. This card might not be as useful. So I'll take the well-laid plans. This will actually help us in both defending and attacking because it will let us save our defend and attack cards for next turns. Okay, so this is one of those tricky situations because we're at 62 health right now and we don't have ways of healing. We can instead take this card. Now this card does have a huge downside in that we lose a lot of health, but instead we gain these bites. And bites deal damage and heal for 2. And these are actually stronger than our current strikes at the moment, and they'll let us heal throughout the fight as well. So if we lose the 25 max HP, our max HP will be 57. So we are significantly weaker in terms of health, but we will have a way of healing, as opposed to not being able to heal at all when we go throughout the fights here. So we will be stronger with these attacks. I feel like we should do this. And I think I will. I think I will do this. Okay, so we will have to be careful because we are weaker now. Need to try and kill this guy now. Okay, so we will take 2 damage here, but we can heal back with our bites from here. Now, I haven't killed this guy straight away because this guy on death, he will apply vulnerability on us. Vulnerable will make us take more damage. So I'm going to do this one first, then footwork, then this. We will make this guy weak, deal less damage, and we will kill this guy and heal back too. So vulnerability, it says vulnerable, receive 50% more damage from attacks for 2 turns. Alright, so this one, do that, attack, and block. Okay, so I'm going to attack, block. So that's our well-laid plans of taking effect, where we can retain some of our cards. Now things we're going to have to focus on now, because our defend cards are very, very good, we're going to have to focus on getting more attack and getting more card draw. So here I'm going to attack, attack, defend, and attack. And we can take the block for next turn. I'll save these two. So he's taking 17 poison damage, so I'm not going to attack. Doesn't really matter what we save here. Okay, Cunning Potion. Cunning Potion's probably more useful than the colorless potion, so I'll take that one. And Infinite Blades. This is where some of our damage will come from. So I'm going to take either this one or this one. Caltrops is a good defensive slash attacking card. It's when they attack us, they take damage back. This one adds a shiv to the start of our turn, and the shiv is just a 4 damage card which disappears after you use it. So I will take the Infinite Blades. Those two cards obviously combo well with the Mummified Hands because they're power cards. So defend, attack. Okay, so we're going to take some damage here. We're going to take about 7 damage. But we can heal that back. So I'll play this, 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 and that. So now he's dead. After each defend, attack, block. So we're almost back to full health. I should stop playing random cards that I don't need to, because every card, every skill, or non-attack card that I play, it actually puts one of these dazed back into my draw pile. So that's an attack. Play this, attack, attack. I'll play a defend, so we can block their damage. Okay, so we're actually going to take 11 here again, but we can heal that back. So here I can actually take 8 damage, or I can just kill him now. So do 6. So, okay, I'm actually going to kill him now to avoid taking 8 damage. We need to conserve our health, so I'm going to kill this guy now. Snacker oil. This is useful. It draws us 5 cards and randomizes the cards in our hand. Backflip is really strong draw card, so I'm going to take this one. We can now upgrade a card. I'll upgrade After Image. This is a really strong card to start in our hand. Innate. Start of each combat, this card starts in our hand. So we're going to keep this card here. And we're going to gain block early on. Alright, so now we're going to go to the shop. 1000 cuts. Okay, I'll take an anchor. This will allow us to play power cards early on. I'm inclined to just put a lot of powers in our deck and just make our card deck just play a lot of powers. We can put 1000 cuts into our deck. This is another card that benefits from playing a lot of cards in a turn. Alternatively, I can just remove a card that I don't want in our deck as well. I'm likely to maybe get rid of one defense, seeing as we have so much defend cards. But I'm gonna maybe go for this. Could have maybe taken the Caltrop as well. More powers. More better. Okay. Alright. So, do that. This. Okay, now I played this card because they're dealing us a lot of damage early on. We need to try and save our health, as I talked about. Looks like we blocked everything, so now I'm going to this. This. Oh, he's taking 1 poison, so if I play everything on these 2 guys, this guy should die. That. That. Okay. Killing that guy was pretty good because he applies weak on us, makes our damage weaker. Alright, so we play footwork, backflip, poison, defend, It's gonna deal 11 damage plus 2. I get it's 13 plus. This is not enough. It's 1 flicky. Okay, so just focus our damage on the one guy. Okay, so since we killed the main guy, everyone runs away. Ceramic fish. I mean, our deck is starting to get closer and closer, so this relic is not as useful as it could be early on. Take that. This is good with shivs. Here, I think I might take the acrobatics. Draw 3 cards, discard 1. Helps us cycle through our deck faster. Frozen egg. Yeah, okay, let's take it. I mean, a lot of our powers right now, we have a lot of powers. I'm considering maybe taking 1 or 2 more powers, and that way our deck will be complete in terms of the amount of powers it has, but we definitely need more card draw and more damage. I won't take the shot because I'm on full health. I will maybe try and fight the next elite and try to get more relics. I'll take the question mark. That was good. We can definitely remove 1 defend. I'm gonna drink the thorns because it looks like we're gonna take quite a bit of damage here. I shouldn't have drew with the acrobatics because that drew out some block cards that we could have used this turn. But that's fine. We will draw them here. So it looks like we have a lot of block here. He's playing 24 damage. This will give us 10, and this will give us 10. And then if we play other cards, it will give us the extra block that we need. I'm actually going to get rid of this card. This and this should be sufficient because that will give us 17 plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 17 plus 5, which gives us 23. 22. Okay, so maybe not that one. I want to apply the poison. So we'll play this one first. This makes it 0. Defend. Attack. Okay, so that I don't want to take any damage. We would have taken 1 damage there. Okay, so we'll do this, this, and this. Do that. And poison. Turn that. Okay. Next turn we're going to draw these bites. We're going to definitely try and bite him. Nope. Not that one. We need the bite. There we go. Deflect, dodge and roll. Prepared. Dodge and roll. Prepared. All of these cards are pretty useful right now. These aren't attacks, but dodge and roll is good because it helps us block over 2 turns. This one is a draw card. A draw card's always good. I think I'll take the dodge and roll. I'm gonna take the elite fight. To reach this. Okay, so we take 14 damage here. Okay, let's get rid of this guy. That is not good at all. We should have killed this guy a little bit earlier. Okay, so this guy's accounted for. Make him deal less damage. We need to heal up here. Apply dodge and roll. Attack. Attack. chance of getting one more bite with 2 cards. Okay, that's good. We can heal here. Blade Dance. Or Cloak and Dagger. I think we need more damage, so I'm going to take the Blade Dance. Minus 23. Okay, I'm gonna have to drink this. Okay, so that was exact. Poison Flask or Backflip? I think I'll take the Backflip. Oh, that is not a fight we wanted. So we're blocking most of that damage. Noxious Fumes, Bite for free, Dodge and Roll, and Blur. We retain our 2 heal cards. Footwork. Heal. Heal. Backflip. Retain those 2 cards. Okay, so we need to block 12. Alright, so we're gonna mitigate 9 instead. Play dodge and roll. We have 2 bites. I think I might bite. Play that for free as well. We'll take a draw card. We'll take this card if we need to kill him very quickly. So bite. Bite. We have 2 more bites. Bite. 47. So we have 10 to heal. Cloak and Dagger. Upgrade. We'll upgrade the Noxious Fumes to deal 3 poison damage per turn. Right, so that, this. Might as well cut that. Okay, so let's draw first. Blur. Dodge and roll. Cloak and Dagger. So incoming damage is 29. We have 29, so we can block that off. I maybe should have played the artifact. Okay, so play this, play that, this, and this. So we're going to take 14 damage. Play the artifact as well. He's gone. Block. Okay. Shiv. Oh, maybe should have played that first. Do this one, and that one, and I'll keep these two. Keep the block and a bite. Okay, so bite, bite, poison, bite. Keep these two cards. Okay, so now we have 20 and okay, so one bite. Keep these two cards. We'll get another bite here. We can try and get back to max HP. Bite, bite, poison. Free attack. Free attack again. Keep these two. Oh, bite. Bite. Poison. Now we're back to full HP. Tools of the trade, corpse explosion. This costs 0 for us, so I think we might just take this one. This is a strong poison card, but it is a bit expensive. We can reduce it by playing Modified Hand. think I'll take this one just to fit in the theme of playing more power cards. We're taking relics. Runic Pyramid. Now, I'm not as inclined to take a Runic Pyramid because we have the World Laid Plans, which is down here. So I might not take this one. We're going to try and maybe fight more elites. Although, pick up this way. If I pick up this, we can't remove the curse. So I'll take the Black Star instead. Alright, so there's a shop here and elite. So because we are quite strong now, we are going to try and make me focus on going up this way, getting more upgrades, and 2 shops. So let's take this way instead. Let's take this way. So currently it looks like we have 30 cards in our deck, but because we have so many powers, as we play them, our deck will be thinned out. We'll only be left with bites and card draw and a lot of defend cards. Let's see what he's doing. 16 damage. Play this. 1000 cuts. I actually think we have too much energy right now because we have mummified hands. So we can maybe try and take more expensive cards. Get rid of the burned. This one. This one. Backflip. Dodge and roll. This. Retain these 2. We'll try and get back, heal one more time, so we're at 56 at least. We don't want to discard that. I'll get rid of this one. Not too important right now. Play this. Bite for free. Play this. Bite. And we're back at full. Block potion is great. So here I'm more inclined to take a prepared so we can get through our deck. I don't think we need 2 backflips. I think maybe a free draw is better. Okay, I'm actually maybe thinking of going this way, although we could get more gold this way from events. So I'm gonna go up this way instead. Second Noxious Fume, which is upgraded. I'll take that one. Footwork. I won't take a third one. That's way too greedy. Bag of prep. I'll take the power potion. Currently our worst card right now is probably this one. take a brag of prep. It makes up for the fact that we don't have our passive, so this is good. And I won't remove a card right now. Okay, I went to get a red mask. Yes, we'll take this fight. So these guys were really strong. We need to try and kill at least one of them very early. And getting a lot of powers here is good. I'll make this one free. It's free. Play that. And another power. Okay, so I'm going to take 11 damage here. We actually might have used that instead. Backflip for free. This. This. Okay, so let's try and get rid of this guy. Say 14, 7, that's good. He's doing 17 damage. We have 3 powers we could draw into. We don't have the well-laid plans yet. I think I'll just defend here. Let's draw. Okay, let's get this one. All of these block cards are really good. So if we play the well-laid plans, we'll get one of these. Let's not see this one. Hopefully we get a chance of getting one of these two instead of this defend. Okay, block and roll. Dodge and roll is good. Chain those two. Okay, so we'll play that. Definitely play this and this. Play this. I'll play a blur so we don't have to worry about blocking next turn. Okay, so we're 3 off from full health. Peace pipe, not very useful. Catalyst. I think we'll take the catalyst. Another shot, infinite blades. Crippling cloud. Okay, we'll take quick crippling cloud. I won't remove anything yet. Maybe one bite, but I don't want to remove it just now. And then we're going to try and upgrade a lot of these cards. So we need to upgrade. This one is a must upgrade. This makes the damage so much stronger. Take the elite fight, do another upgrade. Okay. Let's try and get rid of these guys. This guy will deal 25. This guy will deal a lot. Should play the power potion first. So I play for 5. If I damage him for 5 here. Okay, we can kill him here. So we'll take 13 damage. Okay. I could have waited perhaps and retained the catalyst, but didn't think that far ahead. Okay, I don't think we need Shiv right now, but that actually costs one of these for free, so okay, we'll get rid of this one. We need some of our bite cards. Hopefully we can draw some bite cards here. Get rid of wound. Play a bite. Play a good another bite card. Okay. So we're 10 off. Meal ticket. Okay, that's really useful. just take it. The game's offering it to us. We'll just take every single one of them. This is a not bad upgrade. This is a good upgrade. This is also a decent upgrade. I think I'll upgrade this one. We'll deal 2 damage. Okay, so we'll go up this way. Hopefully we can make it to this shop. If we get damaged here, we can make it to this shop and heal for 15. But let's try not to. Okay, we need to take the sapphire key. Okay. I think we really need this one right now. Do this, crippling cloud, that. We'll hold on to the catalyst. Hold on to these two. Get rid of the burn, heal. That. Okay, do that. Get rid of the burn. We don't really need a heal now. Just do that. He's dead. Wow. Fossilized helix. That is great. These potions are pretty useful, so... I'll take this one for a little bit more damage mitigation. We'll take the 2 elites here, because we need to visit this shop. Okay. still not enough. So our buffer will block the damage. Okay, that's exactly what we needed. This. I wish we had our well-laid plans so we could keep this, but we'll just have to draw it later on. So we take 1 damage. Well-laid plans. We'll keep these. Okay, so do that. We'll keep these 2. Apply the poison, make it weak. Flex potion, escape plan, leg sweep, or deadly poison. This is a strong block card. We could maybe get rid of 1 more defend and get a leg sweep instead. I'm more inclined to go with the poison, but we're fighting Donu. I'll go for the leg sweep. Alright. I'll just recall here, so I don't have to worry about that. Let's get some relics. So we're at full health anyway. Letter opener. Apotheosis. Centennial puzzle. I could take this and this. This is exactly enough. This is useless, this is useless. This, I do play enough, but I don't think I'll use it. This is great. thinking of taking Terra. Okay, what I might do is I might use these two, and when I go to the next shop, I'll buy some more potions. So, Flash of Steel. Two, 22 unupgraded cards. Still a little bit slow. I mean, most of the cards that I need upgraded are upgraded anyway. So footworks are all upgraded. Noxious fumes are all upgraded. These two. Maybe the blade dance having another upgrade would be useful. Terra's not that great because they all have artifact charges at the end. Maybe removing defend. Okay, I'll hold off for now. We could upgrade this one. If I use this. That leaves me about 80 gold for the next shop. So I won't take anything. Alright, this guy again. Reptomancer. Noxious Fan. We might need to use the block potion here. It's 27 plus 52, so play this, get him low, this, and this. That's 18. $27, 3 off. I really don't want to lose the buffer right now. So I use the block. Okay. This is pretty good. Specimen. Whenever an enemy dies, it transfers any poison to a random enemy. Accuracy plus or bullet time. I mean, what I'm finding is I can play most of the cards every turn anyway. I don't think I really need the bullet time. I'll just take accuracy plus. Seven. One. So this is a good upgrade, this is a good upgrade, this is a good upgrade. This cheaper is also okay. Another card is a good upgrade as well. I think I might get another card. Okay, so after image, this one, this one. I'm gonna focus down one of them. Block, block. I won't use the okay, I'll use the ritual. I should have used this sooner, actually. I need that right now. He's doing 30. If I play 2 block cards, play this one, that's 30. And I can play this one for next turn. So start stacking poison on these two, and the specimen will transfer everything over to this guy. So if we triple this guy, he'll die. I think we'll discard this. Footwork. So we have 9. Defend is free. Discard this. We'll just poison this guy. Make this guy weak. Discard this. Make this guy weak. I'm gonna take 13 damage here. Okay. So this guy. I think I'll play this now. This is doing 22 damage. He's dead. We'll pass this poison on to him. Play these two. This. That 3. That. Let's try and draw more bites. Get rid of this. Play another bite. Play that. So save these two. And we'll try bite a few more times. Okay, so we got one bite. Get rid of this. Bite. Draw. Discard that. Okay. Okay, here we can either. Okay, so I still don't think we need the energy upgrade. Maybe getting an extra blade dance is good. Or poison. So the extra attack combos really well with some of these things that we have, and especially the relic as well. We get one extra attack for the nunchaku, so we can get through this a tiny bit faster. I think I might get the blade dance. Okay. Oh my, another footwork. What the hell? What the hell? Okay, I think I just took too many. We might die because I did that. We definitely... Okay, so I'm definitely taking the fairy in the bottle, which means I won't be able to get these, but that's fine. I mean, we have... Our block is insane. Flex potion or energy pot? Okay, I'll take a blade dance, because we're comboing a lot of cards. Shiv is also very good too. I think I just did an impulse buy. We took 6 of them. Potion or blade dance. I think potion's more useful than a poison pot. This combos well with the shivs, but we only have one set of shivs, so I think we need a second one. Okay, alright. So let's do this then. Let's do that. Actually, we need to do this first. Oh, we should have held. don't think we really need this one right now. We do need card draw. Okay, that should be enough. So we have 28. So we have 49 damage coming in. Let's retain. Yeah, let's retain both of these. Okay, so we'll play that one. We'll definitely play these two. Let's play this first. We've got a free defend. Play that one. So I think we'll play the defend. So now we have, there's 40 damage coming in. So we're gonna have to play. Get this down to 12 and this down to. Okay. What if we do this instead? So let's say we got 18, so it's 30. We're blocking for it completely, and we have the well-laid plans to keep these two. Is that right? 18 plus, yeah, so that's 30 damage. Yeah, okay, so we're gonna keep these two. That's 52 damage. I don't think we'll need the shiv right now. We're definitely playing this one. Play that for free. Play this for free. Okay, so 24. Play that for free. Play that for free. Play that. Play this, this, and this. Okay, then we'll focus on this guy and transfer it to him. off by 1 damage. We could have blocked that completely. Feels bad. Okay, that's alright. I'm gonna block. Okay. So I'll just retain these two, doesn't really matter. Bottle lightning. Dead branch, I'm not gonna take the dead branch. Swift potion is useful. Let's see what card this is. Blur? I'll take another blur. Okay. Blur might actually be really useful here. Backflip as well. Backflip or blur? I need block cards so that I have something to block and not get buffered. If I lose the buffer stack, that's really bad for us. So I think I might take the backflip. I'll take blur. Skip that relic. Okay. So we have the alpha image to counter the beat of death. That's really good. That's really good. Okay. So we have the buffer stack that's being removed right now. Okay, so we lost the buffer stack, but that's fine. Okay. We'll do that. Okay, so we're going to take 31 damage. still don't have well-laid plans. I'm gonna play this. See if I can get... Okay, so that's a lot of block. We'll try and get well-laid plans. Okay, so that's 45 damage incoming. Like that, this, and this. We remove the artifact. Okay, so play this. We really need these last few powers. So hopefully we draw like these and these. Because, you know, 12 dexterity is not enough. Okay, we're actually going to draw everything. So we gain 5. Play the world-laid plans. Play this. Play this. Play this. Draw for free. Get rid of a burn. Play this. Play poison. Play that. And we'll keep these blocks. Okay. Hopefully that's enough. Alright, so that's 80 damage. Don't really need this right now. Blur plus. We have the blur plus, so I'll put this into our discard pile. Let's weaken him. So he's only doing 60 damage. Okay. Let's do that. Okay. Okay, this is much better. So we're gonna play the Blur Plus and the Defend. And then hopefully we can draw our Catalyst Plus. Okay, so we've got a Catalyst Plus. Okay, so I'll get rid of that one. Play that. Okay, so he has no artifact charges. I'll play this. That puts on extra poison. We'll play the Catalyst. And we'll play a Defend. Play these two. Okay, that was a really good run, guys. Let's get rid of that one. Play this, that. to screenshot this. Okay. Alright, that was a really good run. Let's go back and have a look at that one. Yeah, 6 footworks. That's insane. And 3 noxious fiends. I mean, we could have played take 2 more, but